Hey guys, what's going on? Well, I want to kind of give you a little history on this video that you're getting ready to watch. Um, it's a house I've done some work to, and when I went out there before, I noticed that somebody had installed a barometric bypass incorrectly. So what I did was, in the video you'll see I used an orange, a red, a green, and a white wire thermostat wire because I only had little pieces up there about that long. So I just tied them together and closed the bypass completely off because the way it was installed, it was open all the time. So I just needed it to, I just needed to make something to close it off without running into the truck and whatever. But so what I did, like I said, I just closed the bypass completely off. It was open just a little bit, cracked just a little bit, and everything was going okay except when the bedroom zone came on. What would happen was there was so much air because there was no bypassing. Um, it was just, there was a plant on this table under the register, and this plant was just shaking, and they put up with it for a while, and they called me and said, "Hey, it's just there was so much noise." So I went back. And what I did at that point, I said, "Look, um, why don't we just do away with zoning altogether? Just do away with it and see how you like it, because I think the house is small enough to where you really don't need zoning." So they said, "Okay, let's try it." So I bypassed it, or I disabled the zoning altogether, just disconnected it, and everything was working great. Um, then they had a baby about a year ago, and they said, they called me up and said, "Hey, the baby's room's getting too cold. Is there a way we can just put the zoning back?" And I said, "Well, yeah, but we're gonna have to do something with the bypass damper." And they said, "That's fine, just whatever we gotta do." So I went ahead and put it on SBD by EWC, and so far so good. So anyway, here's the video. I just wanted to kind of give you that history because it was just, just a couple minute video of installing it. And so, like I said, so far so good. No complaints so far. But I did tell them, I said, if the baby's room's getting really cold now, when we do zoning, it's probably going to get worse. And they said, "Well, we'll just cross that bridge when we get there." I said, "That's fine. If it does get too cold, we can use a Jackson Systems a loan zone deal, where since that room is getting too cold, we can actually use a thermostat and turn that damper completely off just to that one room. And then when it warms back up, the damper will open back up and all will be well." So that may be the next step, because I have a feeling they're still going to call back. It'll be a Frankenstein system, because right now it's got a Honeywell zone panel, Honeywell dampers. I did a EWC SVD, the static bypass damper, and then if they complain about the baby's room, it'll have a Jackson Systems a loan zone. So there you go. Enjoy. Alright guys, I'm here today and I'm going to replace this bypass damper right here. Barometric, as you see. Somebody installed it incorrectly. It's not how you install a bypass. So to fix it, get back a little bit. So to fix it, what I'm going to do is put in a EWC SVD and get rid of that incorrectly installed barometric damper. I like how they did the look different color wire. Look, you got some blue thermostat, or some red thermostat wire, some blue thermostat wire, some green thermostat wire, some orange. We're going to take care of all that. Alright, as you can see, somebody had put some thermostat wire to hold the damper handle up to try to keep it closed. So watch what happens, see? there. It's not closed all the way. That would have made it closed all the way, you know, being up that high. But it was bypassing some, so let me show you what happens when you take the thermostat wire off. Whoop. Now look at that, it's wide open. So no, this would have never worked. So anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it off and then get the SPD in and put it together and get it wired up. Alright guys, so I've got the damper installed right there. It's wired up. You can see the light is lit and it's flashing waiting to be set up. But as you see, I don't have the bypass or the pressure hoses installed yet. Actually gonna try to figure out the best place to do it. You know, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be in the back of the supply plenum back there somewhere, and the bottom in the back down there for the return. And once I get those installed and ran over here, then I'll go ahead and hit the setup button right there, and it'll do its little setup. Alright, so with the static pressure tubes in place, I'm going to go ahead and push the setup button just like that with my pen. Now watch the damper move. It's going to move and get stuck in the open position for 10 seconds, and then after 10 seconds it's going to go ahead and close, and once it closes it will be all set up. Alright, now this countdown starts. It's going to do its 10-second delay, or it's just checking static pressure right now is all it's doing. Alright, did its 10 seconds, now it's closing. It's done. That's the setup.